alive when I base it. Going to the sky in a spaceship. All the hard times I face it. I've been on time when I strive for the greatness, yeah. You can't stop me now. I just wanna make my family proud. I can't call time out. I just wanna talk right to the crowd. We running up, we can't lose, yeah. I walk a mile in my shoes, yeah. Don't press a button, can't snooze, yeah. There's nothing that I can't do, yeah. We up to something brand new, yeah. We live it up like a cruise, yeah. We up, I see all the views, yeah. We going up in the go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. See the whole world in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Feel the whole vibe in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go skirt in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go woo in a spaceship. Hey, going so fast, running up that bad, fill it up, yeah. Hey, what you call that? It's a whole new wave in the ocean. We got swag, it's so fast. You ain't never known me, now you know that. Go climb them trees with one hand, yeah. This plan is working. We running up, we can't lose, yeah. I walk a mile in my shoes, yeah. Don't press a button, can't snooze, yeah. There's nothing that I can't do, yeah. We up to something brand new, yeah. We live it up like a cruise, yeah. We up, I see all the views, yeah. We going up in the go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. See the whole world in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Feel the whole vibe in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go skirt in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go woo in a spaceship.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. We got a banger here today with this Piper 24-250 Comanche from A2A Simulations. This is actually really the first flight I do with this, but I did fly around with it, just fooling around with it, and I did a hard landing. The gear closed up, and it was a hard landing, and then it bounced once or twice, and then went just flat. I was like, wow, no other aircraft in the sim will do that. It won't simulate that damage. If you got damage off, yeah, it's just gonna keep bouncing, and if you have damage on, well, then you're gonna get the black screen. But with this, no, it actually showed you the damage because the propeller was completely folded back. But today we're at Bryce Canyon. This is from Orbx, and then we've got the Comanche from A2A Simulations. We're gonna go stop over at Page. We'll do a landing, and then go back, taxi back, take off again. Then we'll go over to Grand Canyon. We'll see Grand Canyon Village, go to the Grand Canyon National Park airport, land, taxi back, take off, because I want to hear the sounds. I don't want to just fly in the sky and just do a touch and go or something. And then we'll finally land at Sedona to finish things off. So this is gonna be it'll be a nice flight. Because I started on the runway, it started up like the engines were already started, but for some reason, like if you just keep it on idle, it like turns off. So let's must be an external view then. So we're gonna kill the music for today because the sounds here are gonna be beautiful. Sarah, you're gonna join? All right, just don't join in like 747 or something like that. And after a whole day in the tense cities here in Frisco, I'm not just talking about this. Hi, Eddie at Sarah. That tail number is sweet, my dude. That's how we talk in Cali. Yeah. Let's turn this around. So let me just try. Actually, I think it's all pumped up. Parking brake is off. Let's put the it's on both. Got my landing gear is down. Good. Easiest way. It's Control E, but it doesn't start right away. Like, is it gonna start, or do I have to like put a little bit of fuel to it? Yeah, put a little fuel to it and it'll be good. We're not gonna do the walk around looking over the controls or anything. We're just gonna fly today, have fun with it. But I do want to make a tutorial video or like an overview. That'll be completely separate from this. But today we're just going out to enjoy the plane. VFR, no IFR. Just enjoy it. And I'm going to put my tracking on here. So we're going to take off from runway 3. That's what the world map said. It's not normally the world map will go according to the winds at the airport. So that's fine. But I want some more sound. There we go. Gotta pretty much put it at full blast. I don't want to blast your ears, but we're gonna increase the sounds of the engine. Let's see if I can. Ooh. Start. Oh yeah, okay. You're gonna be in a caravan. And yeah, caravan's completely fine. It's take off, rotates at 85 miles an hour. Walk around seems like something everyone's gonna do once when they first buy it, and then never again. It's a sim, and people have limited time. They can't check the damage on the. Yeah, because what I ended up doing was I went to maintenance, and I said overhaul all. You can overhaul the airframe, and you can do the engine, you can do the engine analyzer, and then the electric system. But I was like, no, overhaul everything. And you can have it as new, used, or auction. So yeah, some people will get really nitty gritty with it, and others will just fly it. Because like you said, there's not much, like, people don't have all the time. If you're retired, yeah, sure, go ahead. All right. Oh, listen to that. Nobody's in the plane. All right, here we go. Do I have my flaps? Let's see. Flaps. All right, here we go. Yeah, the thing purrs, definitely. And we can rotate. Gear up. And we can get the flaps back. Bass subwoofer in the hotel room. That sound on this thing is, yeah, it's crazy. So, I'm gonna pull it back from full throttle. First destination is Page. And I've got it. I've got the time here at about 6 p.m. local time. So by the time we actually get to Sedona, we should have a sunset. No one's in that plane. That's the true definition of drone mode. Yeah. And I like this because you can There's some sound packs for the Cessna 172 and on the marketplace. I can vouch they're legit. Yeah, because I see them. They're also in Contrail. What's this? This is your temperature. It says 70 outside. Contrail. We'll be doing some Contrail stuff on Monday. Gonna go to South Korea. brand new airport from Same Scene 3D. And it was just ironic. I was looking at Fly Too High. So I was looking at their website, seeing what they're working on. And they're very close to releasing Jeju. And then I look on Contrail. 20 minutes before Jeju arrived from Same Scene 3D on Contrail. I was like, all right, let's go there on Monday. But did he? I don't know if he sent Busan. I don't think he sent Busan. So just Jeju, but we'll probably do like Jeju to Seoul, get our Seoul back, and then go back to Jeju. Korean Air. When I think of Korean Airlines, I think of like a 747. That's what I think of. And look at this. It's like I don't have to like. Look, Mom, no hands. Let's take a look on the exterior. Let's hear the sounds outside. Watch your ears. Wow! Lovely! Wow! This is like perfect. Except my camera's like... The camera's going on autofocus. Wow. The sounds beautiful, beautiful. And look, I got the matching orange. Wow, the sounds nice, really nice. And it's the sounds of their actual Comanche. It's not like some simulated sound. It's the real thing. It's like pretty much level here. It's not like not even on autopilot, but it helps out that there's really no turbulence. So we're almost at 10,000. Bill. Refuel? What? So that's showing... What? You had to pay for your fuel? So it looks like we're gonna use 13.2 gallons per hour, 3.6 USD. Calculated 4 hours, 17 minutes of fuel. It's crazy. Crazy to him how details in this. If only like East Midlands Airport was like GA, this would be like the #1 GA aircraft with the #1 airport in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Does the door open? I still remember that. A couple of years ago, I was in the Coronado C-182 Skylane, and the door opened. But I had the damage on at that point, and I took off from Houston. And I was like bragging. My brother ends up showing up into the stream, and I'm like bragging, I'm like, hey, check this out. I can open up the door. I open up the door, and it's like, boom, black screen. Because I was about, 7, 8, 9,000 feet up in the air. But now, even, because if you have the damage on, if you open up just a little window, there'll be too much pressure at about 10,000. But if you open up the door, yeah, definitely you're gone. Where you at, Sarah? I don't see you. I don't see you. Or Eddie. I don't know if it's Eddie or Sarah. Now if we go outside. So this is a sound that you get if you have your headphones on, which normally you would. So it actually reduces the sound. Completely different sound. So here's your transponder. And you can actually have no GPS. This is there's two of them, or you can have actually both. Strobe lights, beacon lights, pitot heat. Let's see, let's try to fly down. But A2A Simulations said this is like a cruiser. It wants to. It's made to cruise. That's where the best performance will come. Yeah, the scenery here is beautiful. Beautiful. Really beautiful. I think it's going to be hard right here, but maybe once we take off from Page, we go in towards the Grand Canyon. We'll fly a little lower. Try to fly inside the canyon. And if someone does this to you during flight, no, you can only do it when you're on the ground. I was gonna say, if they tie a rope, then you gotta change your squawk code. Yeah, so it tells you your airframe, engine, propeller, and how many hours. Yeah, it's crazy the amount of details. And then your oil, you can put different oil grades. You can put in some additive. Wow. That's the engine. The 6 cylinders are all, they're all simulated separately. So you can actually have one of the pistons not working as good as the others. So this parking brake, oh, that's to open or close it. Because I was gonna say, you can't take it off of it. Oh, there's Sarah in the caravan. Yeah, you can hear it. Now I've got the throttle at full throttle. Trim it down. And no, this is not on autopilot either, so. So it's very nice and smooth. Yeah, so we're redlining the RPM. I want to see what this is. Is that an artifact from Asobo or what? These work. You can actually stop it. It's not like you click and it opens up. You have to hold on and move. Hey Chris, how's it going? Some Friday fun in the Comanche here. This thing just purrs. Yeah, just you know, the flying in a desert. And before starting the stream, I made a list. I probably made a list about 15 videos. Oh, yeah, so it wasn't a Asobo monument because it's not there anymore. But like a list of like 15 videos I want to make at some point, and I guess just work through them and check them off. Some GA, some airliner stuff, some E-Jet stuff. Seeing the bounds on the left, yeah. Yeah. This company, my cell phone company, has been calling me for the last week and a half, actually 2 weeks, trying to sell me. It's like, you didn't get it? I don't want it. I don't want your, oh, you get a free phone. Yeah, I get a free phone today, but I'm paying for it over the next 2 years. And your service sucks, so why do I want that? But just beware. Watch your ears, because I'm gonna go exterior. We're gonna listen to this. Does this remind you of Colorado? It reminds me of Arizona. But yeah, well, it's the part of the Rockies and the canyon, all that put together. Should be coming up to page very shortly. But I don't even see page. I think it's over here, but it should be. Oh, it might actually be right here. $6.6 USD. I don't know what the USD. I'll have to read up on the manual, but the USD to me is like US dollar. Let's see on the map. Oh yes, okay, that is the airport. Yep, page. Open up the charts. Okay, so want to go to. Want to turn in a bit. I can see the runway in sight. Gotta turn a little bit more, then we can turn on to final. Oh, that's where it is. The trim is above your head. And that's that horn's for the landing gear. Should go away. Or is that stall? It's not stalling. All right. Now that we've got the flaps out, it's getting a little bumpy. So what I'm going to do here is going to land, taxi back to the threshold, and then we'll take off again. Rather than just do a quick touch and go. Like, come on. Got full flaps. My flaps are down. So that's because. But hey, let's just take a look at this, because you see, it simulates the damage pretty well here. Look at that. That was like really good landing, but the landing gear, no wonder the horn would just kept going, because then I was like, well, what is this then? Like, so I gotta like restart it from here, or if I slew it, I gotta restart it. All right, so I gotta restart it here from page. But yeah, on my Thrustmaster, it's so the landing gear picked up with it, but when I went to put it down, it didn't. Let's go back to the main menu here. Go page, Grand Canyon, and then Sedona. It's pretty embarrassing. Oh well. You live and you learn. Departure. Sedona's the arrival. Grand Canyon. 6:30. Yeah. uh, because as soon as I heard that, I knew gear was definitely not down. We'll see how this goes now. No way. So you see that? It remembers that's like the damage that you had from your last flight is still there. So now what I've got to do, now that we've got it on the ground, I got to go back inside and then got to do some maintenance on it. So you go to maintenance, overhaul, all. There we go. Her plane is back together. No, don't want that. Shut that off. Trying to give it some fuel. Let's try that again. Yeah, and the sound's not there. The sound's not inside. What if I... Because it uses an external program for the sounds. So that's where inside sound's not working. Visible passengers, yeah, sure. Turbulence, oh, change that. Failure rate, we got on normal. But I want to know the sound, because I know there's a way of getting the sounds. You have to start up A2A. Oh, that's the installer. Just put the Perkin brick on. There is a way. I broke the plane. Frequently asked questions. Why is there no sound at startup? When you load the Comanche, various elements of accu-sim are initialized in sequence. The sounds will fade in towards the end of this process after 10 seconds. Yeah, but it's past 10 seconds. I can't change the fuel quantity, default weight. Why aren't my cockpit control positions remembered? Why isn't the engine running when I load runway? The checklist can't start the engine. But I can't open the door. Let's see, there's... Okay, so A2A accu-sim service is what I need. Sim. Ah, it's weird. Guess we're gonna have to fly externally. Let's fly externally. But I did have the sound. Here, just reload it. Yeah, it's just weird. So it's initializing systems. Okay. There we go. All right, here we go. All right. How's the rate? Gear up. So you can definitely hear the gear has come up. If I put gear down. Oh, you know what? So what that does is it puts the gear off. Doesn't bring the gear down. That explains things. That explains why on the throttle, because when I'm flying a 737, I cannot go to gear lever off. I just have to leave it up. Because the switch, that's how it works. But on this one, it goes to off. It doesn't go to back down. If you get what I'm saying. So there's the dam, the dam. Change views. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna go canyon flying now. Hopefully, don't smack myself. Now it wants the landing gear. Yeah, that's a little tough. I'll just go over. It's still got the terrain issues, but hey, it's not every day that you go flying in the canyon. Flying above it, looks fine. Woohoo! All right. And now you can see the propeller, the reflection. Now you can see how it's spinning, going one way, back the other way. All right, let's get out of here before it gets too windy. Listen to that growl, full throttle. So I do have to remember to push down the gear, and what I'll have to do is change the controls to add it so that the gear goes down when I have the gear down rather than going to off. But it's, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful plane with beautiful scenery. And it's, yeah, it's nice to hand fly. Hey, Devin. How are things? Oh, pretty good. Pretty good for a Friday. Fun day Friday. And then daddy daycare all weekend long. I'll have one kid crawling on my head at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then the other one will be whining to get out of her crib. But today I can fly. Well, this afternoon. Till I go pick him up. But yeah, this really lovely airplane. So we're on our way now from Page to Grand Canyon National Park, because there's the Grand Canyon Airport and then Grand Canyon National. But yeah, Devin, you missed it. When I got to Page, a horn was just screaming, and I was like, well, okay, the landing gear. Put the landing gear down, and it's still screaming. So then I'm like, well, I'm not stalling. What's going on? So when I came to land, I landed 146 feet per minute. But when I landed, all you hear is I was scraping the runway, and then the propellers all folded up, and it was because of this. So right now I've got it down on the yoke, but here it's off. Now if I go up, the gear is up, but then if I go down, it's just off. I actually have to push it down in order for it to go down. So I learned that the hard way. I had to reset the the flight, but that was fine. It's the three-way switch option. So so you're saying if I go in here, turn it off in the tablet. Okay. Oh, right there, three-way gear switch. Sweet. Thank you, Rocky Jet Project. Thank you. Now, if we look at that, now it's going down. All right, I want to back up. Yeah, so yeah, simple two-way. Yeah, because that's what I've got on the 737s. It's just two-way. I can't go to close. You learned it the hard way too, yeah. But yeah, lovely aircraft. I want to like, I've got the 182, well, I've got the 182 Skylane and also the 182 RG2 from Coronado. I want to try to fly with those and see like how, like, I understand this is a Piper and the others are Cessnas, but I just want to compare, like, I guess the fidelity wise, like how does the aircraft feel, and like straight out of the box kind of thing. Gonna try flying right over to Canyon because it's gonna open up here. Yeah, so Rocky Jets, where have you flown this? Like, where have you gone with the Comanche? LAX area. Nice. KTNP. KTNP. Oh, 29 palms. Nice. On air airline manager. Okay. How's that going? Do you got a small production just yourself, or are you or do you have like AI, or are you actually using no AI and humans only? Because I know there's different servers on there. Because I haven't been in there maybe like year and a half, 2 years. I was gonna take a look at Neofly. I know it's free. They came out with a version 4 last month. Want to see what it's like. I've never, but on air is pretty good. Because on air subscription, Neofly is free, and then there's like a Pilot's Life Chapter 2 that is like a single purchase. So there's like at least three different type of like airline management simulators to go with Microsoft Flight Simulator, and different pricing models. Use the Comanche in my fleet. I got a small FPO and one AI. Nice. New update is awesome. They have industries now and base camps. Yeah, because I saw industries and stuff where you can start hauling stuff for like mining and that kind of stuff. It sounds interesting. I might look at it again, because I'm in like 3 virtual airlines that I just started with like 2 weeks ago. I'm with Virtual Southwest, with Virtual WestJet, and also Virtual Air Canada. And it's like, I don't really want to be in the 3, but it gives me different opportunities. The Southwest has tons of training. And they're pretty much like the airline, strictly 737, 700, 800, and 8 Max. Virtual WestJet, you've got you actually have, you can go down to the Saabs, but I don't think we have the Saabs yet in Flight Simulator. And then that's very like very short haul. Then you've got the Q400, which they allow us to use the ATR 72. Then you got the 737, 700, 800, 800 Max, and also the 787X, or is it 8? I'm not sure if it's 8 or X or 9 or all three. And then Air Canada, they don't allow you with the ATR with the Q400, but Q400 you'd have to go to X-Plane or P3D, but then you got the E-Jets and the CRJ, and then once you're over 20 hours, then you can get into the 8 Max and then the A320s. A320, A319, A321, and then you move up. And it's different areas too, because Southwest does not come to Canada, but they go to the Caribbean and Mexico and all of US, while WestJet does US, Caribbean, Mexico, all of Canada, and then some like international, like to Europe. But Air Canada goes like South America, yeah, it'll go to Australia, like all over the place. So the only thing is 2 of them are by the hour, and 1 is by how many flight legs you do. I pay $20 US every 3 months sub. Oh, you're in the Southwest also? AA and so Alcoholics Anonymous. I was in AA. December, January, I was out of LAX, but then I was inactive, and when I got active again about 2-3 weeks ago, I went with Air Canada. Then once I rejoined Air Canada, I found out Q400 can't use the ATR, so I was like, okay, I go to WestJet, and then I wanted to get into Southwest because of the training. Let's try to bring this down. Go outside on the drone. But yeah, when you get involved in so many like virtual airlines, it's like, there's so much flying. Oh, you saw that? Turbulence in the wind just pushed me right up. This reminds me of like Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or actually maybe the last one. They're pretty much in the desert. I wonder if they filmed it here or if they actually went over to Egypt or Morocco to film it, because they could probably use this as the backdrop. but it'd be hard to get all the film crew down in here, all the equipment. I would love to train up here, because right now was that last weekend? Yeah, last weekend I was supposed to do a marathon, and then I pulled out of it like the week before, just not ready for it, but then I could defer it to next year because we had like historical downpour, flooding and stuff across the province, so I can defer to next year. Without that rain on last Friday, I wouldn't have been able to defer it. It was just an option they gave because of the situation. So and I attempted a Blue Nose marathon with only 32 days of training, like couched a marathon in 32 days. And I went 28 kilometers, and until I stopped, I realized I was going to be over to 6 hours, wasn't going to get a medal and all that kind of stuff. So next year, the plan is February. I'm coming down to Mesa for the Mesa Marathon, which is northeastern Phoenix, actually southeast of Phoenix. Do that in February, but it would be nice if I could come up here, train for a couple of days up here in Grand Canyon or Flagstaff, or at least Sedona, because Flagstaff's about 10,000 11,000 feet. Sedona's 4,000, and then Mesa's about 1,000. Gotta take a look at my chart for Grand Canyon. Okay, so it's at runway 21. All right, it's pretty turbulent down here. Use Symbit Pilot's Life. That's a good one. Yeah, because that's what I heard. It's someone else using it. Actually, my Phoenix base manager for Southwest uses that. That's like his second virtual airline. Trim this to take us back up and out of the canyon. And yeah, that noise when you close it up, it's like when you're driving down the highway and someone has their window open, and it drives me up the wall. But when you roll it back, well, back in the day when you'd roll it back up, you'd hear it like the air just like sucking, and it's the same sound that it made right there. Really good quality sounds. Whoa, Vicky 13, thanks for the sub. I was like, I've got my headphones at max, so that's why it scared the crap out of me. I recently turned a default Cessna to steady level, new flight model, electrical, AP, got the WB Sim 172 enhancements, and Boise 172 sound pack. Ah, nice. And Marsh was talking about the sound pack earlier, and I saw there's sound packs in Contrail, and I think it's the same ones that are on the marketplace. There, actually right there. I'm not sure if this is UK 2000 scenery. From the world map, it didn't look like I had it loaded. But woo, yeah, it's choppy. Yeah, I feel like we're like crabbing. All right, here we come into Grand Canyon National Park. Yes, we're gonna put the gear down this time. The full gear. Flaps. Let's try to trim this. It looks like it could be UK 2000 scenery. It's just, unless it's unless there was an Asobo version. I think it's showing me 2 and 2. I see 2 red and I see 2 white. I think it's one on top of each other. For the pappies. Now we're too high. Yeah, it is 2 and 2. Look at that sizzling butter right there. 79, but no, that is 63. I'll take that one. Oh, that's what I gotta do with my airliners. Make some greasy butter. Ah, thanks, Rocky Jet. So just gonna taxi back. I'm not even sure where the wind's coming from, but we're gonna go with the same runway. So if we click on this, I'll actually see where exactly I landed. So that was the, I guess the keys. It's like a, looks like a crosswind, but actually it looks like, oh, we're going the right way. Although I thought there was the runway kept on going, but it's not. Oh yeah, and 0.9 Gs. Sweet. All right. Put flaps on, and we're gonna take off here. Yeah, like the sounds, love them. You can see like the bumpiness. You don't even need FS realistic. Just buy this plane. Save your money. Ooh. My tires are gonna be worn out. Wasn't looking where I was going. And now we're off to Sedona for a final destination. Final destination 11. Or no, that's a Final Fantasy. Final Destination, I think, went to like 4 or 5. Oh yeah, gear up. Flaps back. Switch that over. What's our last one? Whoops. Wrong spelling. I spelled it as something else, and when you see what it is, you'll then see what I possibly could have put in. That was nice and smooth until we got to really the Grand Canyon. Now it's been windy and turbulent. But I like it. It's realistic. So let's... try to turn this out. Now it's pretty much all flat. It's like so weird how you, like in Arizona you can go from Phoenix to Flagstaff and it's completely different terrain, elevation, everything. Like it's hot in Phoenix, but if you go south of Phoenix, it might be colder than in Phoenix. And then when you come up here, like in the wintertime, you come up here and it's like, you got everything. I've been up to Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon in the month of February before, and it was like all 4 seasons all in one day. You're from El Paso. Ah, that's where all the salsa comes from El Paso, right? I'd laugh if you told me you never heard of that brand, because it's got to be American too. It can't be just Canadian. And right now, with all like this moving and stuff, I'm getting like about 40 FPS constant. On my old machine, 2080 Ti, i9-9900K, 64 gigs of RAM, I could barely, I was functioning between 25 and 40 FPS at any point in a sim. Didn't matter where. Now this is like, I've got ultra settings, everything to the max, because like ultra settings go pretty much to the max, but you can still tweak the water and all that kind of stuff. You grew up with the brand, yeah, El Paso. Your El Paso tortillas and salsa, your taco sauce. All they need is like El Paso chicken and vegetables, or your beef or whatever. But I guess that's you get that local, and it's El Paso also. But here it's nice and flat, but we're gonna have to climb up before we descend into Sedona. And that's how I used to always fly GA aircraft just redline it the whole time. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm redlining the RPM. Gotta pull that back. What card do you got if you... Well, right now, I'm on DX12. I got DLSS frame generation running. But I'm streaming. I got a whole bunch of other things going. And on top of that, I've got 4 monitors that is pushing out. So it's not like the sim is on the main monitor, but I've got 3 other monitors, like 2 on each, 1 on each side and 1 on the top. So at 1440. But this is telling me this is via like it's now going up like 445 to 50. But this is through Fly Live, so I don't know if it's the same as if you go into dev mode, it's only going to show you the half frame, like it won't show you the frame generation. But if I put on MSI Afterburner, yeah, so like my CPU's like barely being used. GPU temps are like 48, 49. Like I'm not even using the full potential on the GPU right now. And that's how I can now stream. I'm streaming this at a 13,000 bit rate, which I would not be able to do beforehand. And I can do 13,000 bit rate streaming and 13,000 bit rate recording at the same time. But yeah, I do have 4 monitors. If I just had the 1 monitor, yeah, it would push out a lot more FPS. And even like memory, it's only using 32 gigs of RAM out of the 64. So really at this point, it's really the simulator that's this simulator's the bottleneck. Because the GPU memory's 10.5 gigs right now, and my 2080 Ti only had 11 gigs, while this is what 24 gigs, 4090. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to turn that off. Oh yeah, turned off. Sweet. Hey James, yeah, got a 4090 with a i9 13 gen 13980 with 1 monitor though, wide 4K, but I can see streaming all the monitors. Yeah, it takes up the resources, but I still got much more that I can push before I'm at max capacity. But on the 2080 Ti with the i9 9900, that it was like, yeah, it was getting slow, chunky, because when I would stream, it's definitely lower frame rates than what I have now, and it wasn't smooth like this. This is smooth, just like that buttery landing at Grand Canyon. It would have been it was a butter landing at Page, but that gear was not down. But we got that solved. How are things across the pond there, James? It's like well into your weekend now. All good here. Going out to the pub for evening for some drinks. Nice. Yeah, so a pint of so if you go around tea time to the pub, do they serve you beer or do they serve you tea? Monday stream, we're gonna be going I don't know which aircraft, but we're gonna be going over to South Korea. I know it's not gonna be a virtual airline flight, but Same Scene 3D just dropped Raju Airport, which is a island, South Korean island south of the mainland Korea. I think we're gonna go into Seoul. Yeah, beer, huh? Yeah. But then I think maybe sometime next week, gonna take out the Coronado 182 RG2, and I think by then I should have Orbx's latest two GA airports. Random question: can you fly to North Korea on sim? Oh yeah. Even like FlightSim.to and also Same Scene 3D have Pyongyang scenery, and I think I was gonna say maybe Asobo did some, but no, it's on FlightSim.to, but also Same Scene 3D did some landmarks, a landmark pack. But yeah, you can check it out, because James, I did a stream. It was a community flight. If you just go and search within the videos, just put North Korea, and you'll find it, because there was like one, maybe two flights. It was like, and we were using GA aircraft flying around. And I think I was like flying between I think the grandfather and father statue in downtown, doing some stunts. But yeah, for a plane to fly this smoothly, like we're not even on autopilot, and it's like it flies smoothly. We got turbulence, and it's like, and some wind, because you can hear the wind. It wasn't like this when I first started. Because it was pretty calm out of Bryce Canyon. Some people live around here. It almost looks like they got some writing in the ground, but that might just be some rocks or something. Well, we're actually not that far from Flagstaff. Have I had lunch? No, not yet. But we're almost in Sedona, so after the stream, I'll have plenty of time to have my lunch. But then I won't eat supper because it'll be too soon for supper. It'll be like a late lunch, early supper, but I'll probably still eat supper. I've got some room. I was looking at this screen and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? What just happened? I don't know what happened there, but it's like it wants to go to Flagstaff. I think it was the wind. Yeah, the wind is really, really pushing here. Oh, wow. Let's see, someone picked up a whole bunch of airports on Contrail. Antwerp, Zagreb, Baden-Baden, Bratislava. Interesting. I don't have Antwerp, But Zagreb, I think I got a different version. I might have the Orbx one. Oh, Zagreb. No, Zagreb is Aerosoft. Aerosoft. Now we're like facing the other way. So there's Flagstaff. Hey, we got flaps. No wonder. No wonder. Pretty sure I had taken that off, but the flaps were open. And it was like 2 notches of flaps. I've probably damaged the flaps. Yeah, let's pull out maintenance. Airframe. It's fine. So we've got 2-1. Runway 2-1. Yeah, now we're getting, we've gone pushed the other way. Whoa. Yeah. The wind and the turbulence are for real. I've got realistic turbulence on also. So actually I want to how do I get that? I'm not sure which button I have auto set to. Yeah, it just cuts off. Wind is calm. I don't know what they're talking about. All right, let's turn that off. Go, we're gonna go in from 03. Yeah, so Sedona, it's pretty much like you've got the mounds or whatever. It's pretty much like within a canyon kind of deal. Like, because elevation Flagstaff's about 11,000 feet, and here it's about 4,000, and they're really not that far apart from each other, but it's because it just drops within this, I don't know what you want to call it. Sedona Airport, I think, should be right over there. Oh, we're still far. Yeah, we're still far away from the airport. And I was almost about to go over to my Turtle Beach controls or the honeycomb, but the Boeing Yoke with its tension and stuff, I still love it even for GA flying and the throttle. I know it's not as realistic as the you know, if I went with Turtle Beach, I could then pull on the knobs. But I like this too. It's because the Turtle Beach doesn't really have any kind of tension, really. Like, yes, it's got a little bit of tension, but nothing compared to this or even the honeycomb. Should be going left soon. Looks like we're gonna have to go up and over this stuff on the left. For North Korea, I definitely recommend the Samsung Pyongyang scenery, yeah. And if you want 10% off of that, just look at my code. Is it? It might be in the description, but I could set you up with 10% off. And on top of that, Contrail is having a big summer sale going on right now. I think like F-Sim Studios stuff is mostly 25% off. MK Studios has stuff like 40% off. The E-Jets are 19% off. I was like, all right, I'll get the E-Jets at this point. Who knows when the next sale is going to be, and at least I'm not paying full price for it. On top of that, you still get the 10% discount with that coupon. So, yeah, there you go. That's right there. Yeah, went a little bit too far, but Sedona's on the other side of this. Hey, Marsh, you should have saw the last landing. It was greasy. It was greasy. I think it was like 67. You had like the Fly Live showed 79, but the other one was like 64, 65. Yeah. Yeah, DW is currently 40% off, and then you get 10% off of that. But the first landing and page, I had the three-way button for the landing gear, so I had put the landing gear down, but it was set to off. So you got up, off, and down. So the three-way was set, but Rocky Jet showed me how to turn that off in the options. Now it's a simple landing gear, so it's up is up and down is down. There's no off. So we're about 10,000? And we're gonna have to elevation at the threshold's 4,700. Yeah, that was a real greaser, 63. Yeah. I still don't have it in sight yet. Oh. It's because we're like right over it. Yeah, we're right over the airport. I'm like, I don't have it in sight. Ooh. Does this thing have like speed brakes? Nope. No speed brakes. There. Once you trim it up, that speed just drops, so that's good. I gotta keep it at about 8, so we don't get that horn. So we're at 7,000. Still got about 2,500 to go to drop. Flaps. It's the landing gear. Yeah, it's because when I pretty much go idle or close to idle, it wants the landing gear down. So 5,500. So we're gonna bring up the speed. Or at least the throttle. Gonna turn shortly onto final, the runway 3. Full flaps. There's no auto brakes on this. You're so high you'll never come down. This is handcrafted by Asobo. Where do we want to park? Go over here. Looks like GA parking over here. $208. Not too bad. Right after the keys. Right after Alicia's keys. Yeah, it had a better landing than yesterday, yeah. And like, you hear that, like, as a... you can hear like the tire like scraping, or it's crazy. Hey Ed, happy Friday. Home from work early and out of the heat. Yeah. Was I supposed to park there? Would you recommend the Boeing Yoke with the honeycomb throttle, or stay with the Boeing throttle? That's a good question. Because you're... Whoa!
Nice work. General aviation is your new specialty.
Holy shit. Scared the shit out of me. It's because I got this almost at like full blast. Thanks for the super chat, Marge. Rocky Jet. Yeah. Actually, the honeycomb, you would have to pay extra, but you can have your Boeing and you can have your GA knobs, but it should have some detents, while the Boeing throttle from Thrustmaster has no detents. The Airbus throttle does. But and you can have Airbus, you don't have to expand in order to have four engines, while with the Thrustmaster Boeing you would have to go expand to get the 4 engines if you're gonna fly a 747. If you're never gonna fly a 747, you don't have to worry about that. But Boeing throttle is nice-ish on Boeing's because it has the dials for speed, heading, and altitude, but the throttle levers themselves suck. Yeah, like there's definitely more pull, or like more, I guess, friction than Turtle Beach. But the honeycomb, I don't have a throttle. They made some empty promises like 2 years ago, and they never sent me anything about the throttle. And they also were saying they were going to send the Charlies a test unit. The only test unit I've ever seen was FS Elite getting one, which, okay, that's understandable, but they're the only ones, and the actual product hasn't even shipped. It says like it's supposed to ship end of June for all the pre-orders. I looked at that today. No, I'm pretty sure that they haven't been sent out, because you'd see people talking about it on YouTube. But no, nothing. Oh, I'm still camera. There we go. Yeah, Sedona. I would say that this has got to be like one of the nicest handcrafted Asobo aircrafts in, like, from the defaults. Like, I'm not talking from world updates, because yeah, that's over time, but this is like original defaults. I don't know if it's on the regular, the deluxe, or premium deluxe, but this is also where all the training takes place anyways. I don't think there's no interior, but yeah, that's completely fine, but it's well done. It just brings like color and life to this place, because but yeah, these are fine. Like, if you had a third-party dev doing this, they would have like some of these opening up so you can actually park and get it out of the hangar. But now it's a nice area. It's a nice sunset. I actually saw Captain Sim. We'll turn that off. But Captain Sim has released a balloon, a hot air balloon. I think it was like $15 Canadian. I'm like, I'm not paying $15 Canadian for that. Like, you're gonna probably get it thinking that you're gonna be able to, like, you know, use it. I was like, fly it correctly. It's Captain Sim. It's probably using like a 747 Asobo mechanisms in it. Which is completely, like, it's fine if you want to go with a default aircraft and then completely remodel it, but yeah, a hot air balloon doesn't use a 747 engine anyways. But that's it for today's stream. Be back streaming maybe on the weekend, who knows, but definitely back Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, and we'll be in South Korea checking out Samsung 3D's latest airport. But that's it for the stream. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you'll know when the next video comes out or when I go into a live stream. Have a great weekend and see you in the next video.